Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, my new channel. This is going to be dedicated to gaming, which is of course my favorite thing to do. Well, no, one of them. I'm not going to do a channel on the other ones. So as you can see, today we're going to play Guild Wars 2. It's a good MMO. It is a game where you have to purchase it initially, but there is no subscription. You can always just play whenever you want. They make their money off of microtransactions in their store. I have an 80 Guardian, which you see here, and I'm in Lion's Arch, killer of frame rates. Obviously, it's not doing too well. I have a GeForce 760, and granted, while I have all the graphics settings turned all the way up, you'd think it would be able to handle it, but Lion's Arch is a little intense for any graphics card, I think, really. But they got it decorated for winter right now, so it's probably a little bit over its normal polygon count and whatever else it has in it. Lots of extra gifts and crap. Oh, cool. I'm making the stairs all white. Alright, well, just gonna do what I was doing. I actually just came back to it recently. I haven't played it for months, but I think I remember correctly. Where was I? It was either, well, I have a number of things that I haven't done yet. I obviously am max level. Max level is 80, but you know, if you can see here, I have 78% complete world completion, and I kind of wanted to get all that. So you get an achievement for that. I think I was trying to finish this zone. Let's see, oh, they're all contested. Wow. Yeah, let's go here. Okay, well, that sucked. My dog got excited, started walking back and forth, built up a static charge on her tail, and then hit my computer with it, shocked my sound card, and knocked it out, so it wouldn't work. I had to reboot. Anyway, we are here in Whisper Bay, which is in Malcor's Leap, and I obviously have things to complete. My goal here is to complete 100% the world entirely, and basically how you do that is you visit all the waypoints, you do all the skill challenges, and you visit all the vistas. And I've done a bunch here, but as you can see, there's still some I haven't done. The reason why it's not just a walk in the park like some of the other zones is because once you start getting into Malcor's Leap, which is 75 to 80 zone, and then Kris Shore, which is an 80 zone, it's very hard to get around. They have aggro stuff all over the place, so you actually die a bunch. And like this, I remember when I left last time, I was trying to get to this waypoint, which is actually underwater. You have to go out over here, and then down under the water there's a hole, a cave where you swim into, and then there's all this aggro and you keep dying. And then I finally got in there, and I think there's like some puzzle you have to solve, and I just didn't feel like it, and I just kept logging out and back in every day, and eventually someone, when I logged in, had just solved the puzzle, so I quick and ran in and got that waypoint, so that's done. So yeah, I cheated, that's fine, whatever. So I think I'll run over here and see if I can get to these. Here. This game's really good. It's fun to play. It's a new MMO style where you only have a few buttons to push instead of having like 6 hot bars where you have all these other abilities. You have to be very succinct in how you choose your abilities, because you go to my hero with the tab here, and you get skills you can buy with skill points, which you get by leveling or doing other sort of tasks. And I haven't got them all because some of them I don't want, but you get a few, and then you choose them here on your bar. So the first 3 buttons here are chosen by the weapon that you have in your left hand. So or what, I guess, is it left hand? I don't know. One hand, and then the other 2 are chosen by what you have in your other hand. And each class can have certain, obviously, weapons that they can use and certain that they can't, and then the different weapons give you different abilities. So it's pretty cool. Oh, and then the one thing I like about this game is that there's a whole underwater combat system. As you can see here, I can do spears or tridents, and it's a whole different game under there. You have different abilities, obviously, because you have a different weapon, and unlike other games, that some games don't even have an underwater thing, like they won't let you go underwater. And some games like WoW, where you go underwater, but you basically have the same abilities that you have on land. So they really were innovative with how they did things. And depending upon what weapons I put in my main and my my other hand, I can kind of be a different role. Like I can turn myself into a healer by putting like I think it's a shield in one hand or focus in the other. Or if I wanted to do really high damage, I think I'm spec'd for that now. I typically, what do I have? Sorry, it's been a while. I'm just coming back, so I'm relearning. Yeah, I do Scepter Torch. I can do really high damage with that, and also the other. Oh, and you have two weapon sets, so I can swap them by hitting a button. And then my other weapon set is a Greatsword. Greatsword is kind of like the quintessential ass kicker of the Guardian class. It's really fun. That's what I'm wearing right now, and it's got some really fun abilities. Like here we have this.
Ready to fight.
Do some AOE damage with that. Jump on stuff with that.
I dare you.
Kind of an AOE. I think this one is AOE damage, but it also is kind of a boon, which is a buff to my people around me. Oh, and Guardians buff their group by default, depending upon the virtues that you have here. Virtues typically always have a constant ability that they're outputting, but I can stop that constant ability and do some other thing. You'll see this virtue has it every time I hit a foe, it burns them, so it does extra damage. But if I activate it, it's kind of an AOE for all of us, and you can only do that every 24 seconds or so. So that, and then these other 4 abilities here you earn as you level up, and they're on this tab. So you don't even get these lower abilities until you get higher level. And then this last one is one you don't get until way later, and it's, unless you, I think if you pre-ordered you get this wolf or something. But you get it, and it's kind of it's considered your elite ability. It does really good damage. I have the wolf in there right now, but I can do anything I want. And you spec yourself based upon what you want to do. Like every class can pretty much do anything in Guild Wars 2. So if I wanted to be a high DPS or a healer, I can do that, and almost every other class can do the same thing too. Ooh, champion. Do not want to fight that alone. Thank you. Ooh, go here. I'm gonna make myself run a little faster. No, I think I need to wrap around to the right here. Oh, and the one ability I didn't tell you about is number 6, which is usually a heal. Every class, like I said, can play almost every role. So technically there's no trifecta in this game. But there still kind of is, so if I wanted to be a healer I could. But really, if you're doing something in a group, like a dungeon or whatever, and you don't have a healer, it's not a huge deal as long as everyone knows how to play their class appropriately. Because you can heal yourself. But I have been able to spec myself as a guardian in such a way where I am super guardy, if that makes sense. Like I protect my group very well. I don't do hardly any damage, but I protect them very well, and I can heal really well, or I can cast boons that make them heal themselves. So certain classes are better at that, and certain are not. So they say there's technically no trifecta, but you'd have to play to see. There kind of is, and there kind of isn't. Okay, just got that waypoint, so that's kind of what you do. You run. Now I can actually come back to it in the future just by clicking on it on the map. You'll notice it has 2 swords across it right now. That means that it isn't contested, like there's bad guys around it. And in order to be able to get back to it, you'd have to fight towards it. Oh, this is cool. Statue of Duena. She's a god in this zone. Skill challenge. So when you're in lower levels, a lot of these skill challenges you just have to get to, and then you do this, and it ends up like you just get the skill challenge. But a lot of them in these higher level zones, you'll have to fight to them like a really hard level, or when a boss, or when you get here, it'll spawn a boss. But apparently this one, you just have to run up to it. Let's see, what is that? Altar of Tempests. So it's another skill point over there. So I need to figure out how to get it. There's a lot of these 2 higher level zones. Melkor's Leap and Kris Shore. It's very hard to get around. It's not very straightforward. Just like, oh, run in this direction. It's like there's mazes and you get lost and you get aggro and you die. So it's actually really hard to get these final skill challenges and other points of interest. I don't think. See, I waste a lot of time like just running around, not knowing what I'm doing. It says it's there, but I don't know how to get up there. I don't want to go down though. I think that's spiraling down, so I think maybe I need to go around here. Or does it go up here? As you can see, the graphics in this game are really beautiful. They're very colorful. The gameplay is really good. I mean, the only reason I stopped playing is because I like to play all sorts of different games, and people that I knew weren't playing as much anymore. And kind of towards the end, I guess if you want to play solo, you can do the completionist thing like I'm doing, and you don't need anybody for the most part. You kind of do in some of these harder zones, but if you're crafty and you can get around with, get away with aggro or know how to guard yourself really well, you can do it alone. But to play the end game stuff like the dungeons and the big raids, obviously you need people. Well, I can do this. Let's see if I know how to fight. I'll choose something easy here. Jump on you. What's he got for me? Oh, I didn't die. That's a good thing. If I do this, it should guard me for one hit. Yep. Don't want to jump off the edge. Okay, I think I'm going the right way. Oh, veteran, this guy's gonna be tough. I want to wait for my things to reset here. Take a drink of my monster so that I fight better. Because everyone knows that monsters make you play video games better. Whoa. Oh yeah, forgot, you're supposed to switch between weapons during fights to optimize your killiousness. Die! Die, asshole! Lots of veterans out there going, this guy sucks at this game. Yeah, I do suck at this game. Shut up. It's my first day back. Dickhead. How could you say that to me? Cool. This one doesn't... Yeah, sure, I read it. Whatever. Okay. When I first started the game, I'd read everything, get all the lore. Now I'm just like, whatever. Cool. Getting points of interest, yeah. You know attack me. I attack you.
A splendid combination.
I don't remember what anything does. I just push all the buttons. Vista. This is a good example of what you see when you get to a Vista. It's another waypoint, point of interest kind of thing. But it lets you back the camera up and it shows you kind of the beautiful art and geography that the designers have created. This is a really weird zone. It's like all these dilapidated pieces of horseshoes. That's what I call them. Big horseshoe stuff. I don't know what they were thinking when they built this place. Okay, well, 70%, of course. I don't... Okay, I guess I gotta get one there. Point of interest there. Yeah, so they're all over. And the reason why they're like, they'll be like ones that I got, or, you know, all around in a clump, but then one I didn't, is because it's really hard to get to or something like that. Alright, well, this is not contested. I'm gonna jump over here just to get this vista here. That's one thing, cool thing about this game. There's little details in games that make me really appreciate them, which is you can run while you're looking at the map in this game. In this zone, it's not the best idea, but for me, it really helps because I'm totally directionally challenged. I need to like look at my map while I'm running. The story in this game, which does have an actual like single player end-to-end story where stuff happens, is amazing. It's worth playing the game just for that if you're into that kind of stuff. It's all fully voiced. It's by now most of the bugs are worked out. When I played it, it was right when the game came out, and it was kind of a little buggy, but not too bad. Oh, I think I remember this one, and I couldn't figure out how to get up on that. Should I jump on this? Is it actually up there, or it's hard to see? It must be. Tent. They get pretty creative. Like jumping in this game is a thing. It's a huge. In most games, you jump, and it's because they wanted you to be able to, jump a lot. But this game, it's actual thing. There's jumping puzzles, which are some of them are very complex and hard. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll take you through the jumping puzzle on Lion's Arch. It's one of the most popular ones, and boy, is it! It's nuts. It's like really fun, and it reminded me of the Disneyland ride. Parts of the Caribbean where it's like you go through and it's all this stuff putting you into like the pirate mood. I don't think it's up there. I can't see a little map thing, which is usually there. I bet you it's up there. Yeah, it's probably up there. Oh, what the hell? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't have all of them. Because you'd think it'd just be a matter of running, but sometimes you're not up to it. It's a pain in the ass. Okay. Oh, dude. Oh. They used rib cages as part of building decoration. Oh, there is this. Cool, I guess I got that one. I don't think that I'm going the right way. It does not look risen. Looks like he's taking a nap. Oh, I don't think this goes anywhere. Who put this wall here? Oh, here. That goes up. Yeah, so if you haven't played Guild Wars 2, it's definitely worth it. I'm assuming that people that would watch this video are gamers, and if you are, I would recommend this game. $60. Man, there's a door. Can I jump up here? I guess. The hell? Yeah, I mean, I want to be... No, I kind of wanted to be here. I thought that this part over down south would... But I guess not. Shoot. The jumping puzzles in this game are often very complicated. And getting to some of these points of interest are sometimes jumping puzzles. And sometimes they can be very hard to find the start of. Oh, there it is! Now I see it. I knew it was up there, but I don't know how to get up there. No, that's not going to be anything. Go away, floating weapon. I'm outie. Veteran. No. Alright, maybe it's around this way. Okay, I'm kind of thinking... Oh man, I'm way off now. Shoot. I thought that would go up to it, but I doubt it now. Yeah. There's probably people watching this that are like, I already got that, he's an idiot, he's going the wrong way. Ah. Ooh, you can... I'm gonna get this. Torch you! I torch you! Oh, blue fire! In your face! Oh, overkill. Yeah, you can do, There's a whole crafting thing in this game. It is very cool. I'll say it's probably the best crafting I've ever done in a game, and I usually don't like the crafting in MMOs. I wish I could just fly up there, man. This is the suck. Shut up. Ah, it's running so slow. Hey. Go away. These stairs are very poorly designed. You can't even walk. You have to jump up them. It's dumb. dumb. This is why I don't have 100% map completion, because eventually I'm like, screw you guys. Screw you. I'm way far away from it now. What the hell, man? No, there's no way it's right here. Alright, well, anyway, you're getting a nice little tour of the zone, I guess. You're welcome. Let's see here, we'll just go underwater. Hey, now you can see underwater. Let's see if I were to use an ability. It's totally different. Everything's different. And in this game, there's different races, obviously, and each race has a different story as you play through the main storyline. So it's pretty diverse, and must have taken tons of work. Also, each particular race you can choose, when you create your character, you can choose different things about your character, and that makes the story change even more. Oh, cool, I'm gonna get some kind of point of interest here, I guess. I hope. No? Yes? No? Screw you. You promised me a point of interest. Ugh. That vista will never... Yeah, there it is again. Taunting me. I'm up here and you're down there. Can I get... See, there's that. I could get over there probably, but then... That door's probably closed anyway. There's the whole contestant. Oh my god, I can't go anywhere. Just gonna go here, go to that one. Okay, screw this waypoint. Cool zone though. After I get like this one more vista, we'll go to another zone because I'm getting tired of this zone. I want to go to a zone that makes me look good. Yeah, I already ran the wrong way. Damn it! Your face is done. What's this? It's cool. Mysterious probe. Oh, I'd try to stay away from those. Yeah, they definitely make it tougher when you get up in the levels because, like the lower levels, you basically just walk into all the waypoints. You can't not get them. They're not like this or the other one where it's like almost impossible to get to. Yay! I did it. More broken horseshoes for you to see. Ancient horseshoe area. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Actually, what I could show you is... I told you I'd show you the Lion's Arch jumping puzzle. So let's do that. So I've done this one like 10 times. Although it's been a while. So but maybe I remember where to go, what to do. So, spoilers, by the way, if you are planning on getting this game and you want to experience this jumping puzzle, you might want to skip ahead a little bit because this jumping puzzle is awesome and it's fun to experience and try to figure out on your own. Again, I have no freaking clue where I'm going. Okay, there we go. I need to go that way. Generally, that direction. Oh yeah, I remember now. You go here, you go around this house. I'll probably put a little big banner across the video while I'm doing this that warns you of spoilers so that if you are going to skip ahead, you can know when to go to. They don't make it very obvious, but eventually you figure out you have to go here, and then you kind of figure out that you can go through here. Where is it? Yeah, here. And then go up here. Make your way up there. It seems like they changed it a little bit. That's kind of weird. Did you hear that? It's so cool. It's like, seriously reminds me of Parts of the Caribbean where it's like this ghostly thing. And then if you do this, I've already gotten this, but this reveals to you that this whole cave that you can jump down into is actually an actual sculpture. A very nasty teeth. Okay, anyway. So this is tricky. You need to make sure you get on the right place or you will die. It's once you get here, you kind of slide down and you can't stop. And then you need to make sure you hit this just right. Oh, I did it. I didn't die. Whew. Alright, where am I? There we go. I've died on that a bunch. It's funny, especially when the game first came out, you'd see dead bodies all around here. This jumping puzzle is pretty long, so I probably won't do the whole thing. So don't consider this a walkthrough. Pretty cool cave though. Look at this, how beautiful it is and big. The zones are huge in this game. The game's really cool. It's just for some reason I just lost interest in it. I don't know why. I think it just became. Okay, this is if you look on the map, it's a maze. So skip ahead right now if you don't want to know the way to get through it. Basically, you can waste a bunch of time walking through here. You talk to this guy.
This way, if you want to escape without your fingers and toes.
And you'll just run around here a bunch, and you find like his assistant or whatever dead, and then you finally realize that you need to do this, and that these torches mean something, and that you can go through the walls. See that? And then the torches. Here you go through this wall. And then you basically, if you want to get through it really quick, you just stick to the left. Just hug the left wall. And you're fine, and that brings you out of that part, but the hell, I wouldn't ruin it for yourself. I would actually run through it, because he kind of talks to you a bunch, and it's neat. It's a neat little story, man. I am totally not good at jumping anymore. I used to be pretty good at jumping in this game. Am I going the right way? I don't feel like I am. I feel like this is the wrong way. Maybe it is, I guess. It's been too long. Yep. There we go. I was going the right way.
To survive this hand, you must follow the directions exactly.
You kind of gotta go through these stabbies and not get stabbed. If you get stabbed, that's not a big deal, but it could potentially kill you if you do too much. That's just cool. You jump, you'll evade them.
What? Hug the left wall. Good. I'll jump.
Oh,
Bet you didn't see that one coming, eh?
it's pretty cool. Don't want to die, so I'm gonna heal myself. I think I'll stop at this next part because it's a huge pain in my ass. You come to a cave where it's completely dark and you cannot see. And the first time I did it, I legitimately did it. But it's kind of one of those things where I never would want to do that again. I'm gonna wait for my health to go up because I'm gonna die. You could definitely spend a bunch of hours doing this next part. I'll show you it, but I'm not gonna go through it. Basically, in any subsequent turn that I did it again, I would turn my gamma way up. Totally cheap, because then you could see everything. But what it does is it's dark, and he keeps turning the lights on and off, and the delay is huge. Like,
Wait, where are you?
just want to show you that cave, and then we'll do something else. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering where I got all this armor, there's probably way better armor, but I consider this pretty cool. I got this sword by putting a bunch of these crystals into the Zomaros, which is the forge in Lion's Arch. They're in different places, but that's one I used. I was able to get this from it. It's a pretty badass looking weapon. And then these fiery armor pieces I got from doing a dungeon a bunch, and you get tokens
Your survival is 17.
for doing it each time. You can buy stuff with it. So here, this is the place I'm talking about. Remember it as soon as you get to it, because, well, there's like torches in here too that you can use, but any way that you can make light is good for you. Just watch, you'll get in here, and then it turns off the lights. And anyway, it's like a freaking minute before he does anything, and then so you're just standing around, and then you fall, and you come back. So that's why I did it legitimately the first time, but then the next times that I've like brought people through or whatever, I just use the. See, this is what it is. It's a bunch of waiting, and I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, there's a whole other piece, and like after you get through here, you get to another place where you have to decide which hole to jump down into, and it's pretty fun. And eventually, you get to the end of the cave, and then you jump out of a cliff. So anyway. Do one more thing and then we'll wrap it up. Let me just show you some of the cities. This is Divinity's Reach, where the humans start. The human starting kind of the noob quest, what you first have to do is really fun. I recommend that one. They're all really good. The only one I kind of don't care for is the Norn one. But the human and the tree people, who I can't remember what their name is, pretty good. This is Divinity's Reach. Cool town. I don't like this town because it's hard to get around in. It's got multiple ramps and levels, and it just seems kind of... It's not very straightforward, so... Anyway, it's a pretty city, though. And down here, you've got Ratasum, which is the place where the little short dudes start. This just gives you an idea of which race you want to pick based upon if you care about how things look and where you'll be. But you can run anywhere if you want to be a human, but then make this your kind of your home base. You can do that, and you will be able to even if you're low level, because unless you're in those zones where I showed you where it's a pain in the ass to get around, you can avoid aggro and stuff like that. Another cool thing about this game is you auto-mentor, I call it. That's the EverQuest term for it. But basically, if you're level 80 like me, but you go to a zone that's 25 to 35, you'll level down temporarily to that zone's level, so that you can still go back and play, and things are still relevant and scary, so that you don't feel like you're just total twinked out for that zone. So the game does a really good job of that. This is a cool city too. But I do not like those little short dudes there. Not cool to me.
I have several days planned to
We already saw Lion's Arch, which is right here. This is kind of like where most people make their home city. It's got everything.
I misplaced my copy.
You can see a lot of people there. Holbrecht is a pretty cool city. It's where the Norns are based, and it's very snowy. Obviously, they're kind of the big, tough dudes of the game. So if you like this kind of thing, this is the place to be. I don't think a lot of people hang out here though. And then there's Black Citadel. This is where the whatever they are, I forget what their names are, but they're like they're kind of like cat people, lion people. These things, whatever that is, a lion bull. Anyway, this is very black, dark city, kind of sooty, I guess is how I think of it. It's got all this mechanical stuff in it. Anyway, I think there's another city somewhere, but I can't remember what it is. Anyway, that's good enough for you. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.